Let's go.
Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time, it's going to be verifying what I stated in the video I made yesterday, clarifying a mistake I made in a previous video, as well as showing off the utter hypocrisy of, well, not really hypocrisy, showing off the going back and forth, I guess you could say, of, one Mr. Shane Holmberg. Alright, so what we have here is, this is actually the tweet that I was mentioning in yesterday's video. It turned out I actually got the last name wrong almost entirely, but at least I had the first name right, so I mean, that's something at least. But, again, I'm not gonna go into her brother's situation. A lot of other content creators have done that, but essentially the brother had some really bad things in his computer, and the police basically arrested the guy, or something along those lines. And so, regardless, these are the tweets in question. For those who weren't, or were here, or were there for the ride with my brother's situation, there are posts missing because I deleted them. I didn't want them clogging up my wall. We were able to successfully get him a lawyer. We're now waiting for his court date to be set. Thank you. And then here's the kicker. For those of you bringing up Vic, of course in relation to Vic Mignogna, well, in reference to Vic Mignogna, my bad. My brother has never touched nor harmed anyone. These are two very different cases, and it is quite irrelevant. I would appreciate it if you would be more respectful and compassionate, as this is already a hard time for me and my family. You don't think this is a hard time for Vic? You moron! My gosh. And, again, the fact that she's essentially screaming that this guy is innocent until proven guilty, this brother of hers, and yet she does a complete 180 when it comes to Vic Mignogna, shows a serious double standard. But I already talked about it in a kind of rageful moment, a rantful moment in my previous video, so go check that out if you want to see that rant in its full glory. But righteous anger. But anyway, and then let's go ahead and just scroll through a couple of these replies. We're merely going on the sheer hypocrisy of you essentially stating that your brother is innocent and we should believe you. You know, innocent until proven guilty, whilst condoning and aiding and saying Vic is guilty. Believe me, even though there's more evidence against your brother, which there is more evidence against him. They found it. They literally found it. Whereas with Vic, there is no evidence whatsoever to tie him to any of these allegations, with the exception of the affection at cons, which he himself owned up to when he apologized for. And so, you know, I mean, but as far as, like, the sexual assault and the pedophilia go, there have been no irrefutable facts to point to him doing any of these things. And so at this point, I feel like you're only doing this to keep up appearances, but anyway, these people are such hypocrites. They hate Vic so much, that doesn't faze them. These people don't hate actions, they hate people. Remember that. I'd like to remind you that Scott Friedman did the same thing as your brother, and he went to jail for 4 years. Wow. Okay, so and then let's go on ahead and get to the next bit here. So this actually comes from Mr. Shane Holmberg, who's actually been going back and forth on a lot of different things, especially this scenario. So basically, what I mean by going back and forth is this guy essentially goes from being pure KickVic to being somewhat I stand with Vic, or somewhere in the middle at least. And so I don't know if the guy, I don't really know what the problem is. It seems like he's conflicted at this point. And so if you guys remember at the very beginning of this, there was an Anime News Network article that was heavily biased against Vic Mignogna. And so So let's go on ahead and start reading down this. I decided to scroll through your Twitter feed and had some direct questions. Perhaps you can clear up my concerns with hashtag KickVic this way, and I'll be fair and as unbiased as possible. Number 1. As we know, the original push may have existed for some time, but it blew up after the claims of Kaylin Saucedo, aka Mars Girl, and was reinforced by Monica Rial citing similar instances. However, Kaylin later revealed not to have encountered Vic and said he seemed like a creep. Response? Number 2A. I understand Monica Rial as a friend, but her accounts seem odd. By her own records, she was manipulated into following Vic twice into unwanted sexual encounters. As someone whose family members were repeatedly assaulted over years, I can understand this position. 2B. My question becomes this... My question becomes that after and before the first encounter, she says that this was who Vic is. He was always engaging in this behavior. What reasons, hypothetically, would she have to then engage with in over a number of years? Number 3. For what reasons were the photos of children used? Specifically photos of minors being pulled from the web, and stories attached that he touched them inappropriately, were later confirmed in some cases to have been fabricated, and the photos used without consent by any fans of Vic. All of which, by the way, are true. There were photos that were legitimately taken out of context, and in fact, some of them were even photoshopped and stuff like that. And so, I mean, it's just... This evidence that they claim to have has long since been debunked. And so the fact that they're still throwing these allegations at him is just... idiotic move. But anyway, here's where Shane comes in. That is because ANN Anime News Network, it seems, had horrible editors. They grabbed statements from some VAs and others, and then even though the story was about being inappropriate, took any old photo they found and used it without verifying it. Hey, so this is another follow-up video, another addendum, and so this is basically what I was talking about when I said that Shane is basically going back and forth because this was made yesterday, and it says the following. Well, crud, I spent the whole day hyped to discuss stuff with Emish's live tonight. I was told he was a great guy, fair, and stuff. But I was just brought to my attention about a video he made about my friend Dom. Find someone else and I will go on with them. And so basically, like I said, he's going back and forth with this, and yeah, that's just this little addendum that I wanted to make. Alright, and then the last bit that I wanted to cover was actually from Kamehacon. Now, this is actually something that Hirohei put up first. Hirohei actually put something up that was very similar to this yesterday, but I wanted to do my own video to kind of show my support for the con itself, even though I won't be able to go there physically. But I just want to show you guys the myriad of VAs that they're having come to replace the old guard. And so, let me see here. So, we've got Chuck Huber, who's the original voice of Android 17 from Dragon Ball Z. We have Stephanie Nadoli, who I think she was the voice of, I want to say she was the voice of Gohan I know she was the voice of Gohan in the original dub, but I didn't realize that she voiced Kid Goku too. So good on her. Laurie Steele, who actually voiced Kid Krillin. Rick Robertson, who voiced Deborah. Elise Bauman, who voiced Pan in GT, which I actually didn't realize. That's a really interesting little tidbit. And then, of course, we have the original Vic Mignogna, announcement and stuff like that. But yeah, so I just wanted this to be like a quick video in which, I go through a few things related to this issue. The thing I want to actually ask though, that actually a lot of my a couple of my followers actually brought this up. Let me see. Okay, so I posted this. Hashtag I stand with Vic community. It appears as though the KickVic side is beginning to internally implode. Time to make some more popcorn. And then And then some of my followers basically put that in. Is he now between two chairs? Now, this is actually something that I wanted to bring up because, this is actually a really funny question that I have. At least to me it is, anyway. To any viewer watching this, it might fall flat or it might not be relevant whatsoever, but I'm really easily amused. So, can Shane be sued for what he's done to his chair? Because there's a running joke that's going on with Nick Rikita, as well as a few other people, in which they basically criticize They basically criticize Shane for what he did to his chair. I don't exactly know where this came from, but I just hopped on the bandwagon, and it's really fun to say. It's really fun to say, and it's really entertaining. Not in a malicious type of way. Not in a malicious type of way whatsoever. It's just, it's fun to make fun of these guys, while at the same time, you know, calling them out for what they're doing. Again, without any malicious intent whatsoever. But yeah, so that was a little bit of an update as far as the situation goes, and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, because not only has Kamehacon invited Vic back, but I want to say there was another one too. If I can find a link to the tweet, I'll put it in the description below, so that you guys can go check that out and show that con your support as well, and stuff like that. And also, linked below are going to be all the other fabulous content creators who are covering the situation. So go on ahead and go check them out as well. Tell them Dragonfist sent you, or Mark, or whatever you want to call me. I don't really care. And yeah, if you stand with Vic Mignogna and you support his cause, you support Kamehacon, hit that smash that subscribe button and hit the like button. Spread this video around as well to the net, to social media and all that stuff. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this. And again, if you have any supportive message for Kamehacon, just send it their way. Send it their way. Tell them they're doing a great job. Let me see if I can get this out without you know, without my tongue messing up. But just show them your support. Show them that the community has their backs in this entire situation, and that the voice actors that were let go, they're the minority. They're the minority, and if any shame should be felt at all, it should be felt by the voice actors that left. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought in the comments below, and God bless, and I'll catch you later. See ya.